Yeah. What's good, y'all? Welcome to another reaction video on DTYDT, Deeper Than You Don't Think. I'm Zay, and today we're going to be looking at a little financial stuff, right? Um, although a lot of us, we don't like to sit here and listen to the boring stuff. This is the thing that's actually, affecting us, and we don't know, right? Man, let's just get into it.
$188 on a Snicker bar. Family, I'm talking about a legit candy bar, a Snicker. Or what if I told you, you know what? I spent $188 on a Twix. And it used to be, you see, $229.32. But now they gave me a discount. I got it at 188. Or I told you, hey, I felt I had a little more money in my pocket. So I went and spent $866.33 on some apple juice. You would say, yo, Keenan, hold up. Bring it back, man. What's going on with you with that, man? Why would you spend so much money on this? And I got to say, you know what? Inflation. Inflation is how these things happen, but not just United States inflation, because inflation is impacting everywhere in the world. So we want to think, how can we make money with these things in mind, and what can we do? So before we get into any of that, I want to say, yo, we talking about Jamaican inflation, family. This is a great example. You may be Jamaican, you may have been to Jamaica, or you may know somebody who's either been to Jamaica or is Jamaican. Shout out to the whole Jamaican family. But
I remember when I first came to the US of A, and the first time I met somebody from Jamaica, I can't remember exactly what the conversation was about, but they were just on some jeans is $600, $800, sometimes over $1,000, like a regular shirt. I'm just like, the concept never bridged my mind. So I didn't even know how to even think of that. I'm like, yo, why did it cost so much? And even all across the world, understanding the exchange value of our American dollar, I was just like, it never really hit me of what was actually going on and what does inflation actually indicate, right?
show y'all an example of how dollars get inflated and you end up with prices like this. So let's take a look. It says, in the last 61 years, inflation in Jamaica was anywhere some years 1.4%, other years 77.3%. And for 2021, it was down to 5.9%. But during that period, the average in those last 61 years was 13.5%, family, a year. Now, that's absolutely nuts. And that's how you end up with your dollar being heavily just reduced in value. Let's take a look. It says right here that one United States dollar is currently worth 153 Jamaican dollars. So I want you to think about it like this, though, not just different countries. Think about it as in $1 in 2023 could very well be worth, let's call it 1 cent, 2 cents in the far out future, right?
And who's to say $1 isn't worth 75 cents or 50 cents right now or 25 cents, right? Man, me and my cousin went to the store yesterday, and she bought an ice cream sandwich. Leave me alone. She bought an ice cream sandwich. The same one that used to be for a quarter, she paid $1 for it. Right? Now, we all want to be successful. We all want to be lit. Or we all want to be whatever. Whatever y'all call it in y'all book, in y'all terms, whatever. But we chasing money. Or whatever that we think that means to us. Right? But look what's happening to what we think money is right now. Right? But I digress. Let's continue.
So why is that important? Because inflation, they keep on printing money again and again and again, and it's absolutely smoking the economy to the point that you might find yourself spending $244 on some beans. Now that's crazy. This episode is brought to you by the Mumu Investing app. Use the link in the top comment and pinned in the description so that you can get up to 20 free stocks, and you can use a great platform that has a trailing stop loss to help you to stop losing money. Now, what do we got to talk about? Like I said, inflation and how to make money with it. Hit the like, hit the subscribe if you haven't done so already. We go into class. Class is in session. Currently, we can see that when we go back and see June 2022, 9.1% was the inflation rate. It came down in July, 8.5. Oh yeah, August, 8.3. Oh yeah, September, 8.2. Oh yeah, this is good. We see the inflation going down on the United States dollar, right? But right now, where are we? We're at the March number for 2023 is at 5%. 5%. And let's just really bring it back and see, what does these inflation numbers tell us? They tell you that if you have a single dollar bill, United States dollars, and we have a 5% inflation right now, that means that 95 cents last year in 2022 is now the same as a dollar today, right? So we lost basically 5% in that value. So we don't want this track to keep happening too fast, because next thing you know, we're spending 188 United States dollars on a Snicker if this keeps going for years, if not decades. So now, check this out. We got to be on the lookout for the next CPI data, which is around the corner. It's on May 10th, 2023 at 8 a.m., 8:30 exactly Eastern time. And they're going to release, it's called CPI data, Consumer Price Index data. And it's going to tell us what the new inflation number is. So now, this is the main part of the video. If you're doing anything else, I want you to stop and I want you to pay attention to this right here. I actually want you to take a screenshot. We are waiting for this blank number to be filled in. It says right here, previous inflation was 5%. The forecast is 5.2. Hold up, family. That is not good. Oh, if we see the inflation going up, what this is going to do is signal to the Federal Reserve that they have to potentially do another interest rate hike. Mortgage rates higher, car loans higher, credit cards higher. All of the interest on that will be higher, and they will basically be trying to get inflation back down because it's reversing back towards the upside. Notice how basically every single month, 7.8, 7.1, 6.5, it's been going lower and lower and lower, and now they're saying this might be the time that it actually went up, and then that
Moving on, y'all.
But I have a reason for saying that. When you think about wealth that was built in America, one of the wealth tools that was used outside of investing and outside of stocks was owning a home. A lot of people are not going to agree with me on this, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with being an independent thinker, and I'm cool with thinking on my own. In the early 1940s, 1950s, people were buying houses for $11,000, $12,000, $13,000. 15, 20 years later, those houses were worth $100,000, $200,000, $300,000. Meaning that family instantly increased their purchasing power and wealth attaining ability. There was also a thing called redlining, which kept a lot of Black and Hispanic people out of the wealth race. It kept you out of the wealth gap. It increased the wealth gap, but it also kept you in neighborhoods that did not benefit poor and underprivileged people because you weren't educated. So Trap, why weren't you able to be educated? Well, if we go back further, you realize where there's home ownership at, there's better tax dollars. Where there's better tax dollars, there's better education. Where there's better education, people didn't have the likelihood of going to college. People have the likelihood of having higher learning. So for me, I'm looking at it from this perspective. Everybody should have a right to build wealth and own a home.
Look, overall, the things that we going after and the way to attain them and to keep and to stay in management of them is to do the things that we don't get seen doing. That's a gem for y'all. Deeper than you don't think, alright? But yo, I wasn't even gonna keep this so long. Just wanted to give y'all a little rundown on what's going on and how to do research. If y'all should do research, because we all should, right? first person, Keenan Grace. Shout out to Keenan Grace, on the information and stuff like that. Right? Salute. Keenan Grace on YouTube. And right here is Wall Street Trapper. Right? Um, I suggest you guys do your research and look into all this stuff because it's real important that we know what we're dealing with and what we're not. All right? This is Zay signing off. I'll catch y'all on the next one, all right? Peace.